today we're going to be making the best banana bread. If you're new here, my name's Isabella. Let's get started. For our ingredients, we're going to need 4 very ripe bananas. These have to be so ripe that the only thing these are good for is catching fruit flies and making banana bread. So we're going to use it for the better of the two. It's going to be obviously banana bread, and if your bananas are not this ripe and you don't want to wait, you just have to put them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes and they will be perfect. And here I have 2 tablespoons of milk, 2 eggs. They do not have to be room temperature. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Here I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. For my flour, I'm going to be using all-purpose. That's going to be 1 cup and 3/4. For my cinnamon, this is optional, but I like a teaspoon in there. For the sugar, it's going to be 3/4 of a cup of, I'm using turbinado sugar. I really like it. However, just white granulated sugar works perfectly fine. And if you want to use light brown sugar, I recommend using a cup lightly packed. So once again, this is 3/4 of a cup of turbinado raw cane sugar. 1/3 of a cup of chopped walnuts. This is just to put it on top. If you want to put it in your banana bread, I recommend using an extra half a cup, so 3/4 of a cup. 1/3 cup already room temperature butter. I promise I'm going to put all the ingredients in the description. Also, a very important detail, I'm going to be using a 7x3 inch tin. A 4x8 works perfectly. If you have something bigger, that's okay. You're just going to want to reduce the cooking time maybe by about 15 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. So, yep, just a note, it's okay. Use whatever you have. And let's get started. The very first thing I'm going to be doing is mashing my bananas. So I'm just going to peel all of them and put them into my bowl. When they look like this, they're perfect. What I really like about this recipe is that it's so moist and perfectly sweet. You don't need to add anything extra like chocolate chips. It's just good the way it is. Now I'm just gonna mash them with a fork. It does not have to be perfect. You can blend this if you want a really consistent texture, but cleaning out a blender is a little bit too much for me right now. Okay, now I'm just gonna set this to the side. To another bowl, I'm gonna add in my butter. Now my sugar, once again, granulated or brown sugar will be fine. I will put that in the description. I'm creaming the butter and the sugar. You can do this by hand. You can also use a mixer. However, I don't feel like cleaning a mixer either. So by hand it is. See, look at how it's already coming together. The stronger you are, the faster this is. Maybe that's why I'm so slow. This is perfect. Here's where I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of vanilla. If you don't have vanilla extract, it's okay. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I don't even think it makes a difference, but if you have it, why not use it? My cinnamon, give that a little mix just because. Now my eggs, egg 1, egg 2, banana, my milk, into my flour, I'm gonna add my leavening agents and my salt. Mix because we wanna get that evenly dispersed. I'm gonna add the dry ingredients into the wet. You don't wanna mix too much, just until there aren't any clumps. This is what it should look like now. Some non-stick. Spread this around. I'll even this out. I almost forgot to put my nuts on top. Okay, all of them. Now that she's ready to go into the oven, you're gonna wanna bake her for about an hour to an hour, 10 minutes. But please check with a toothpick, check with a knife. First, maybe at around 55 minutes because every oven is different. Sometimes it's done sooner than other times. So yeah, in the oven she goes. See you in a little bit. It's been an hour and 6 minutes and the toothpick came out clean, so I'm gonna take my banana bread out. Now I'm gonna leave this on my counter to cool down. And it's also the perfect time to rub with some melted butter if you want that look.